Hey, and welcome to another episode of Audio Scrawl. I'm Kang,
This is Brandon.
and a lot of stuff has happened since we last spoke. And I guess we're here to talk about it. A lot of video game stuff has happened.
Yes, this might be more video game centric type of podcast.
Yeah, big news, big news. What's the first one you want to talk about?
You tell me, King. You're opening up for us. I feel like you have first dibs.
Okay, we'll just talk with the most recent, one of the few recent ones, I guess, suppose, is Alex. The March update came out for Street Fighter V.
Okay.
And it came with a updated lobby system, up to 8 players now. Challenges, the Capcom store opened up, and trials, and a new character, Alex. And we've been playing it, and what do you think about it?
I got super excited. Very happy to hear about this update. Very excited because a brand new character got added in there. I think the roster is fantastic. The characters are very balanced, and now we get one more, and that's a big deal.
Yeah, and when they updated the March with the March patch,
Yes.
they couldn't implement the fight money, which is the real money
Zenny.
currency.
Yeah. So we have fight money and we have Zenny.
Okay, so they couldn't implement the Zenny real money currency at the moment. So so people couldn't really buy Alex at the time. So they're like, hey, you know what? Alex is going to be free until we implement, the rest of the store, pretty much.
They're being upfront about that, about this issue, and
which is cool. Yeah. It allows people to try out Alex before.
But that was their plan to begin with, was to, when they're releasing new characters, they want people to try these guys out. Try them out, and if you're interested in unlocking them, you either can work hard and use your fight money to purchase them, or you can pay and buy some Zennies and then unlock the character. The option's yours.
Yeah, and it doesn't, trust me, just beat character story mode. It takes like 30 minutes. That's enough to buy Alex.
If your goal,
with fight money.
If your goal is to unlock a character, don't bother wasting your fight money on alternate costumes or anything else. Just focus on the characters. Just save them up.
Yeah, because costume doesn't affect gameplay at all. So.
Yep. That did got me excited that alternate costumes got released.
The story costumes got released.
Yes, okay, story costumes. Yeah, I know they have like new ones coming out later.
Premium costumes are coming out with the Zenny store.
Yes. So I'm very excited for the story costumes to be released, and I might unlock them. But I think my goal is to get Alex first, and then I'll use whatever fight money I have left to maybe get the costumes. Because some of them I really like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, overall pretty good patch, actually. Pretty big patch, surprisingly enough. Introduced tutorial, challenge mode. Each character has 10 trials you could do, which is literally just there to teach you more about the character.
Yes.
Oh, hey, this character has this option for combos. So it's nice. It's a nice teaching tool.
Just like Street Fighter 4.
Yep.
Now's the time to bring them in. I think maybe they got enough data of people, observing them, seeing what they're doing, what are the bread and butter of the character, and they've been released.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they still haven't released the
daily challenge.
The daily challenges is one, but like the rage quit system.
Okay.
But then they've been saying, it wasn't going to happen this soon. So
yeah. Well, I guess rage quit while you can.
Don't do that at all.
Actually, doesn't it punish both players?
It punishes if people report enough of a person rage quitting, they will take away pretty much all of their rank points.
Okay.
The battle points, bring it all the way back down to 500.
I like that.
So that's bringing it back down to bronze.
I don't punish the person that's not rage quitting or anything like that. But I hope they have a system to make sure that when a person's rage quitting, they are rage quitting, not like a loss of connection or anything like that. They shouldn't be punished for that. So I hope they have a system set up for that.
Oh, that's gonna be hard to do.
Probably. All
right. Yeah. So definitely a good patch. Definitely, if you're a fan of Street Fighter, definitely.
Let me add something. This is
buy it.
It's a little thing that I like, is that this patch it's showing progress, I think. So they fixed up an issue that people are making a big deal about. When you go into the character selection, second player picking Chun-Li, there's a jiggling effect. Well, that got fixed.
Low gravity.
Yep. There's gravity now. And when you're playing the levels, the background, the characters in the background, I would say the characters are in the closest to the foreground. What would you say? The foreground of the background? That's hard to say.
Yeah.
I would say in the background, the characters closest to the characters fighting, they're now running 60 frames per second. So they got smoothed out. The characters are further in the background. They're still running 30 frames. But it looks like they're fixing it. They're updating it.
Mm-hmm. I would just like a
that's
stage.
A nice touch.
I would like a stage without background characters.
Sure, I can understand that. Just make sure, as long as the characters are playing smooth, I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter.
All right, so moving on.
Okay.
What's next?
I can't think of any other game news. I mean, there's a game I'm interested in trying out. It's the Chronicles of Teddy that got released on PlayStation Network.
Okay, yeah, that's the one by Axis, right?
Yes, published by them. And that game looks pretty good. Old school 2D looking game. Looks like it has like a Metroidvania kind of vibe to it. Mm-hmm. Exploration, and looks good. Looks solid. I'm gonna have to buy that.
All right, cool.
Yep. Any games you're looking into getting? Anything you want to promote?
Nothing at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the biggest gaming news came out just recently, and that is the Dead or Alive Extreme 3 has been released.
Yes.
And it's in its glorious form. No, I'm just kidding. Final Fantasy 15 has been announced. A release date has been announced.
Yeah, the release date's been announced. You want to go ahead and announce it now, or should we build up to it? Because I saw the Final Fantasy 15 Uncovered conference.
Yes, they held an entire conference for it.
And what's cool about this conference is it's not about... I mean, it's a big press release, but it's not about having the press and the reporters there. It's for the fans. Mm-hmm. It's meant for everyone to view. You want to talk about the date now? How do you feel?
No,
okay?
You go.
Yeah? All right, so let's talk. Let me talk about it, because I have notes and highlights about it, because it's a really cool event. So they have kind of funny games. Greg Miller and his friend or partner.
Colin
Moriarty. So they're hosting it. They are the host of it. And they're talking about why they were chosen. What is because Colin is a fan of the franchise, while Greg Miller is he respects the franchise, but he's not hardcore. He doesn't play a lot of the games. So I'm glad that they clarified that to let people know like why they're there and what they represent. And they announced having Hironobu Sakaguchi. He's on stage.
Okay.
I
got
excited, going like, "Oh, cool, yeah!" Like, what's he gonna say? So he's just telling people that Tabata, the games director, approached him, talked to him, and told him like, "I want you to know that we want to bring the franchise, back to its roots. It's very important." And I think to get the blessing of Sakaguchi.
Right.
In case people don't know, Hironobu Sakaguchi is the father of the Final Fantasy franchise. He was the sole... well, not the sole, but he was like head of the project of Final Fantasy. He's what brought Squaresoft back from the ashes, basically.
And he kind of killed Final Fantasy for
at the same time. Unfortunately,
yeah.
Well, you have many great creators, and... when they start doing great things, they started branching out. They want to try something new and different, and he flew too close to the sun. Unfortunately, when he made Final Fantasy Spirits Within movie, that kind of ruined everything. But he still does stuff, and he does amazing things, though. I mean, not huge projects, but he's done a few, and he's done good.
Nah, I'm not too fond. Nothing wrong with his recent endeavors, but I just don't care about it.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
It's because of the platform, that's all.
Yeah, well, I know, kind of more Wii focused. Anyway,
cell phone focused.
Definitely of recent time, it's more cell phone focused. I'm not too happy about that either, but whatever. He still does stuff. Okay, so they're kind of bringing out other creators of the original Final Fantasy. They had Yoshitaka Amano there. He came up, and then they showed off this image, an artwork that he did, a commission for the company, and Square Enix did something that was really neat, and they were basically translating his artwork into 3D form. You look at it from the side, looks like a typical art, and then all of a sudden the camera or the image starts moving around, and you're seeing that, oh, they recreated the image in 3D. Pretty neat looking too. I mean, I've never seen Yoshitaka Amano's look and design in 3D because he just does the artwork and does a concept, but they've never been literally translated into video games. He just inspires the image. And then they have been showing off the song or the new Final Fantasy theme, Stand By Me. So, what did you think of the new song Stand By Me?
It's fine. I like Stand By Me.
Yeah?
It's not... That cover was good. I didn't have any problems with it.
Yeah, so they showed off the trailer, the new Final Fantasy 15 trailer, and then you start hearing the song Stand By Me. And
Stand By Me. Someone's going to die.
It feels appropriate because of how... It feels like Square acknowledges about like how people are perceiving the game, and maybe that was their intention, that hey, this is a bro adventure game. This is a road trip. This is a bro trip for friends. I mean, they're not just characters who are like, hey, we serve His Highness here. They all look like they're good friends, and that they're off to accomplish this mission, this journey.
Yep.
And this song seems appropriate to go with it. I thought, like, oh, that's really cool of you guys to kind of decide, like, we're going to have this represent our game.
Yeah.
And when I hear this new take of Stand By Me, I feel like I hear the prelude. The prelude is known to be kind of like the theme of Final Fantasy. And, yeah, it was well done. I liked it.
Right on. Yeah, I like the trailer also. It definitely looks like there's going to be... I'll be surprised if there wasn't any like self-sacrifice amongst the groups.
Yeah, and the trailer I felt like it focused more on gameplay. You'll see some clips of the story, but I don't know anything of what's going on. I don't want to know anything of what's going on.
We don't want to know anything about it.
I have a concept or an idea of what's happening, but otherwise, I like this. It's a video game. It looks like an adventure, a world that I want to jump into.
Yeah, one of the worst things Square did with the Final Fantasy game was when 13.3.
Oh, forget 13.3. I can go back to 13. Just 13.
Yeah,
the first
13.2 was announced. They revealed everything about that game to the point of like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Why am I invested when I know what's going on?
Yeah, like here's all the talents that's gonna be here. Here's all the characters that's gonna be here. Here's all the returning characters. That's like, dude, Square, stop it. Don't reveal so many stuff.
13 took forever to come out, and in the meantime, they just keep releasing like trailers and videos, like 6-minute long trailers, and you see like CG stories, and you're seeing the characters, what they're doing, why they're a part of this journey, and I feel like, well, what's my goal? My goal is no longer to figure out what this character is all about, because it's revealed to me. I know who this person is, and I don't care anymore.
But it was still fine with me. The 13.3 is like, hey, here's the villain. Here's what's gonna happen. Like, dude, stop. Yeah. But with 15 so far, it's been great. Like, hey, they haven't shown anything pretty much.
Yeah, it's perfect right now.
Even with the multiple demos that.
But they're not implementing too much story in them too, and they're just, if it's going to be such a big game, here's a part of it. Try it out, see what you think of this direction we're going. Yeah, and it's being well received. Yeah, it seems to be getting positive feedbacks. They showed a gameplay footage, and you have all the characters in the field, and they're just running. And I'm thinking, yikes, that would take forever to kind of move around. I can see why they have a car and why they move around in it. I don't know the limitations of riding in a car, but as they're running in the field, Noctis whistles, and then the chocobos comes in. And they started riding on the chocobos, and they were moving a lot faster. The theme song started coming in. I thought, that's pretty classic. I like that. I'm hoping there's a good amount of options of how you want to traverse and when you want to fight. But it's nice to have the option to move quickly. And they drift. Chocobo drifting.
Yeah, the game's definitely looking really good.
Guess you could call them Choco Bros.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I take that back. All right. They did show like an image of when they were riding in the car. You can switch the music. They have a radio, and you can play classic Final Fantasy music.
Nice.
Nice to have the option there.
Yeah, they're definitely going all out for this one.
Yeah.
Definitely going all out, considering what they're doing with it, prequel wise.
Oh yeah. So now they're announcing something crazy. They showed an image of all the main characters, introducing them. You see their CG image, and then all of a sudden it transitioned into anime
yep.
look. Mm-hmm. And so our hosts are yelling out like, "Why do they look so anime?" That's when they announced the Brotherhood series, and it's already been released. I haven't seen it yet, but they announced that okay, we are doing a prequel to Final Fantasy 15, the story of the game. It's going to be about the four friends and how they become friends. It's called the Brotherhood series. So it's a 5-episode anime series on YouTube, and episode 1 has already been released. That's interesting. What do you think of that?
It's fine.
Yeah?
It's good. I mean, it's nothing new. I mean, they had a what was it called? They had an anime, remember, for Final Fantasy VII. It was the prequel of Zack.
Yes.
Right? So
interesting that you point that out.
So it's nothing new.
Bringing up Final Fantasy VII. No, it's not new. But, yeah, By the way, I like that. That was a cool anime episode.
Yeah,
and
it was.
Kind of bummed me out that they never had it released with the Blu-ray of Advent Children. Not to my knowledge. I can't recall. I'll have to look into that again. But that was a cool anime, like OVA. Then after that, they're talking about this image or trailer or where they're going. Like, this looks really good, like super good. Doesn't look like it's a video game caliber. So they launched a new trailer, and it's called Kingsglaive. This is another, I believe, a prequel. No, not a prequel movie, but it's about what's happening to supporting characters in different parts, like outside of the main characters. What's happening to them. So it is a CG movie.
Fully CG movie.
Yes. Tell me, King, what do you think of that?
With
a CG movie.
Yeah, it's fine.
Being released.
It's nothing, nothing new again.
Nothing new again, King.
Yeah, nothing new again.
What does it remind you of?
It was surprising. It reminds me of Capcom.
I know, right? With the Resident Evil movie.
Resident Evil.
That's right. With the CG trailer off of Leon Kennedy and Claire. All right. I know you're just joshing with us. Yeah, this is like Advent Children. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. So I feel like there's a trend here.
Yeah. It's definitely they're like I said, they're definitely going all out with it. Like an anime, a CG movie.
Yes.
Of course, already given figurines are coming out for them.
Yes.
It's coming with the Ultimate Edition that's already sold out, sadly.
Already?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, but I don't want it anyway. I'm okay with that.
Well, there was only 30,000
Yes,
units
it's limited.
available. Yeah.
I used to be diehard, but looking at all that stuff, I'm going like, I don't really have the room for them.
Play Arts Kai ain't it bad.
Okay, you know what? To be fair, it's the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition has what I want. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I don't need the collector's. But we'll talk about that in a bit. They showed something that they made a big deal about. They did a close-up on a car in Kingsglaive, and you see the car and you see an emblem on it. It's an Audi. So Square Enix and Audi are collaborating. I can't recall what's going on with this vehicle. I don't know if the game is promoting this new car model that Audi is releasing, or they just made it for the game.
Okay.
I need to look into that. If anyone knows, please comment. All right. So they brought out the voice actors, and they showed off Sean Bean. He's one of the voice actors, and I think he's involved in the main game as well. I think he's the voice of Noctis's father.
Okay. I
could be wrong. I didn't double check there. It's my bad. But I smiled. I go, I like Sean Bean, and after seeing that, makes me want to watch GoldenEye. Pretty good actor, or Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People know him from Lord of the Rings.
They showed Aaron Paul, I think is his name. And I go, I recognize this guy. Who is he? I hear him talking, and he goes, I'm voicing one of the characters for the movie. And he started making a comment, like they're asking him, like, are you a fan of the game? What do you know about the Final Fantasy? He goes, well, it has a crystal, and it's blue. Definitely not meth. And I go, oh, okay. It's Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. He's voice acting for Final Fantasy 15.
Nice.
So I thought that was pretty cool. But he looked like he's very, like, you have these actors, they seem pretty excited. They seem to be really into the project. I don't know if they play the game or really into the game, but they seem enamored with all the stuff going on, the story and the plot.
You know, they don't play the games. It's just another gig for them. But I don't
That's
blame
okay.
them. Yeah.
Do they have the time for that?
Yep.
They may not, but that's okay. But hey, I mean, you got CG movies, so they got time to watch a film. They're involved with that. But I feel like they're going all out with the voice actors of the franchise. I'm liking what I'm hearing. When I played the demo, I thought the English was pretty good. I'm still debating if I want to play that game in Japanese language or in English.
Yeah.
The problem is if I were to play it in Japanese, there's so much action going on. Do I have time to read the subtitles?
Yeah. Yep. That could be a problem because you are commanding your people, right?
That's
your
right.
Buddies.
Yeah, and you're trying to like listen to what's going on, and I like to connect with the characters too. So I'm happy that they seem to be they seem to be improving their voice acting casting.
I'm happy they have the option of dual audio though, because that's usually
Same here.
That usually doesn't happen for a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, they did it with Type 0, good on them, but I mean that's not an official Final Fantasy game. So yeah, that's awesome. All right, they announced. So they started talking about the Final Fantasy games. They're talking about they started listing names. They started going Tetramaster or Blitzball, and they go like, what do they have in common? Mini games, and those were like the hardcore mini games of those of Final Fantasy. Pretty fun, nice little side note.
I wouldn't
to those.
I don't really care for Tetramaster and Blitzball though.
No, well, okay.
Come on, Triple Triad, man.
Triple Triad is my favorite. Thank you. I kind of forgot the name. Triple Triad was the best mini game I have ever come across because the rules, I can understand the rules. I attempted getting the best cards. Eventually, I lost my mind because they started adding more rules to it, and I go like, screw this.
Yeah, screw the rules.
But it was a pretty cool like mini game in Final Fantasy VIII. I've always thought that would be cool if they were real, if they had decks of them.
Yeah.
But apparently, I think that was Japan only. So they announced this game called Justice Monsters 5. What's going to be unique about this game, it's available on Final Fantasy 15, but it is now available for mobile phone. It's a mobile game as well.
Nice.
It has a very arcade-style look to it. I haven't seen too much about the diners. I've always seen the images of diners in Final Fantasy 15. That put a big smile on my face. They're inside. They made a big deal going, oh, there's Justice Monsters 5. They go up to the arcade or it looks like a pinball. Go up to it and they start playing. And I thought, man, what a cool world. Like, I'm digging on this world. And some people are commenting saying that, man, this reminds me of Final Fantasy 7. It just has like that realistic world, very Japanese kind of setting.
Really?
I don't know about 15. I mean, it's kind of mixture. Okay. But then there's some parts of 15 I look at it going, it kind of has like a Japanese vibe to it.
I think it's more of like a European vibe for it, for sure.
Sure. Whatever you say. Nah, they take inspiration from all parts of different worlds, but I don't feel like it feels like they're trying to do like with 7. They're kind of sticking with what they know and trying to create an atmosphere. Okay, so then after they announced Justice Monsters 5, they talked about the new demo of Final Fantasy 15.
That's available right now.
Yes, this is story driven. This is part of the game. This will not be found in Final Fantasy 15 game. This is a story that is for the demo and it's connected with the main game. I really like seeing that Carbuncle. Funny thing about Carbuncle, I never really cared for him as a summon character because he just casts shield or reflect on the whole party. Yep. Doesn't do anything much. But I guess his cuteness became more popular over the years. So he's kind of looks like a Moogle, cutesy. All right, they showed I think another gameplay trailer or a final trailer, and they're showing off like a montage of all the scenes, action. Looks really great. And now at the end of the trailer, this one got me excited, got me very curious. Their car that they've been traveling in transforms, and it looks like a James Bond like car turned into a plane, and it flies off. And it's no secret that there's flying implemented into the game. I think there was concern that there was some maybe affected the delay of the game because they were trying to figure out, hey, we want to do flying mechanics.
Like an airship?
An airship. They're just trying to figure out how to do it. And when I saw that, I thought, this game, I'm digging the world that they've created. I'm very curious how you're going to fly around, but I'm certain it's probably like in-game engine. And yeah, that got me excited if you can travel around. It's a heck of a world to like kind of move around in.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. Because it's not... They didn't say it's completely open world, so we will have to see how that works.
True.
You know? I don't know if we're just like, hey, we're in this this marshland, we just fly all the way back to the city or not. You know, they haven't specified, but I'm curious to find out.
I hope it opens up side quests, areas to explore.
Yeah,
places that isn't. You don't have to go there for the story. If it's not related to the story, you don't have to go there. But it'd be cool to go in there and you get high rewards for doing it, for doing a quest. Because I've always enjoyed Final Fantasy VII when you can do. Like you have unexplored areas when you breed chocobos and you get like special materials, and they're just amazing materials. Materials that gives you special abilities. I want something like that again. Yeah. And then finally, they revealed the release date of Final Fantasy 15, and the release date is September 30th, 2016.
Which is awesome. Summer.
Fall. Yeah, I guess. But,
end of summer, beginning of summer.
What do you think of all this? All the announcements of Final Fantasy 15, what they're doing, how they're promoting it. How do you feel about this multimedia blowout?
It's fine. I mean, it's been a long time coming, so them going all out for this game, since this was announced 10 years ago, it makes sense. Like they have to go all out. They have to make it the best Final Fantasy game, because I think it's been in development for so long that they have to make money back on this somehow, one way or another, through digital media with the movies and anime, with the figurines, or with just a really good game. They have to.
It reminds me of stuff like Dot Hack. Definitely like Final Fantasy VII, where it's just multimedia blowout. You have a movie, you have an anime series, and you just have all this stuff going on. But it does feel like it's a big celebration. This is the 15th game. This is a game that's been in development for 10 years, like you said.
The 15th game in the main series.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not... It's
true. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into Crystal Chronicles or any spin-offs, but... then again, this wasn't originally a main Final Fantasy game.
It was originally
Okay, you know what? Let's celebrate at the fact that this is the 15th title.
Yeah,
I guess, or the 15th number. So I'm gonna celebrate it based on that.
Yeah,
but I've always felt that ever since Versus 13 was announced and the stuff that they were showing off and the things that they talked about, that felt more like a traditional Final Fantasy game, or it was promoted as a traditional root Final Fantasy game compared to mainly 13.
Final Fantasy rooted on real life. I believe that was the caption that played at the very beginning of the trailer when Versus 13 was announced.
They've always talked about saying that this might be the darkest Final Fantasy game ever made.
Yeah, because even
whether a spin-off or main title.
Because going back to the first trailer again, it was based off of Hamlet, and Hamlet has a lot of deaths in that Shakespearean play. So
it does have me worried a bit, because I don't. Sometimes when they do stuff like this, like a Dot Hack would be a good example of a media blowout, is Dot Hack, it has its fan following, it has some neat ideas, but wasn't exactly a great series.
Yeah.
The sequel, GU, from what I've heard, is fantastic, and they fixed the problems. But otherwise, it was all right. I'm just worried that it's overselling the game.
Yeah.
And I also think that it's taking away from the game. Like whatever happens what happens to like games when games are released and it's a game. We're celebrating a game being released. Square's just doing so much.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It's such a big hype that what if this game lands short?
They have to. Oh well. I mean, they have to hype it because it is, like I said, it's the mainline Final Fantasy game, and every numbered entry gets super hyped. Yeah. Unless it's like unfortunately an online title like 14 and 11.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super exciting to be this hype again for a Final Fantasy game.
I'm gonna take their word for it though, because they are trying to push that. They're trying to get back to the roots. They want this game to fall in line back with like I would say Final Fantasy X and before that, like more like leaving where 10 left off.
Yeah.
That's how I feel because 12 was drastically 11 was online. 12 was drastically different because that felt like a tactics game that was made into a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
And then you have 13, which was like trying to do what 10 did. It felt like a bigger 10.
Okay, and I can see that.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. And then you got 14. And that was a mess.
Yeah, that was a complete disaster when it launched.
Yeah, whether it's 14 or Realm Reborn, either way, it's a main Final Fantasy game that it didn't feel right.
That should not have been a numbered Final Fantasy game.
And they need to stop numbering their online games. It's not fair. You have other spin-off Final Fantasy games that felt more competent as a Final Fantasy game. Than the online game. So whatever.
Right.
Okay, so the editions that's been announced, you have the standard game, and then you have the deluxe edition. Deluxe edition is the game, and it has King's Glaive,
steel case,
and the steel case. Which I am in it for the deluxe because I like to check out that movie, and the steel case is Amino's art.
Yeah.
And
no. Amino's art is the reversible cover.
Is it? Because looking at that steel case, it looks like Amino.
No, yeah, they definitely revealed the cover, the box cover already, and they said on the reversible side is Amino's art. It might be a different art, but yeah, it's definitely Amino's.
All right, let me take a peek at this. I got it right here. Oh, I see. Wait, hold on. No. Take a look at that. Yeah, that's Amino's art right there on that steel case. Are you gonna fight me on this one?
No, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
The regular edition, just the regular box, will have a reversible cover.
It will have it
for Amino's art.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Okay, I did. I'm sorry, I kind of misunderstood you there because I'm like, steel case, what?
What are you talking about?
My bad, people. All right, I'll take that. Okay, and there's some DLCs being launched with that. Then you have the collector's edition. You know what? Since we're past it and they sold out, let's not bother about the collector's edition.
They have the extreme edition or something like that.
Oh boy.
It came with. Does it come with everything else that was? And then it came with
has a play art figure too.
And then it came with a Noctis play arts figure.
Yeah.
So
it's quality. Everything about that collector's edition, all the stuff that comes with it, it is of quality. But for me, I don't need all that stuff. I went through my phase of collecting Advent Children play arts, and they weren't for me.
The motorcycle, the cloud on the motorcycle.
I didn't get that. No, forget that. Yeah. That does it for the Final Fantasy 15 Uncovered.
All right, right on.
I'm gonna say this. I like the presentation of it. I'm very hyped. I think I have to pre-order it because I think right now I'm just pre-ordering the standard. I want the deluxe edition.
Yeah, same. I'll probably get the deluxe, get the movie, get the still case. Definitely pre-ordering it. Now that there is a release date for it.
Well, it's pre-ordered anyways, no matter what. It's just nice that it's coming out much sooner than anticipated.
Hey, man.
Because we didn't know if it's coming out this year.
Hey, we pre-ordered it back in 2008, so don't even get
It's true. It's so true. It's just because I had to show because at the time they were saying Versus 13 cancel. I was like, I'll show you guys. I'm pre-ordering it right now on Amazon. I don't care.
Okay. So, moving on. This is the biggest news that I know, and it is a could be a game changing in the gaming console industry as we know it. First off, let's just say Microsoft came out with this first. They're back at their Microsoft PC briefing. Microsoft was talking about like, yeah, we've been thinking of the idea of a upgraded Xbox One model. And no one really kind of paid attention to that. They were like, no one, they're not going to do that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, the PlayStation 4K rumors started popping up. Like, hey, Sony is going to make a bigger, better, stronger PS4 that will be able to play 4K movies and up-res games to 4K resolution. And it's been gaining traction, to be honest. Wall Street Journal wrote an article on this, and that's, if Wall Street Journal writes an article, that's kind of a pre-confirmation that this thing exists.
Yeah, because I don't think they take rumors lightly.
Yeah.
Like, what's to report?
Okay, so the rumors are, and this is found on NeoGAF, it's going to be $399, so it's going to launch $400.
Okay.
It's going to be, the GPU is twice as powerful as the PS4.
Okay.
It will have a 4K Blu-ray player and will upscale games that were not natively 4K. So it will upscale, Street Fighter 5 to 4K resolution. They say some developers already have the development kit on hand, and some of the games that will be coming out for it will be Capcom's Deep Down, and God of War 4 tentatively titled, and I guess it's coming out quarter one of 2017. If these rumors are true of a PS4K and an Xbox like 1.5, what do you think is going to change within the gaming industry? Because this is huge. Because usually with console life cycles, we buy it and like it's gonna last for the life of the. It's gonna last like the console cycle, like 5-6 years that we have it. But now they're gonna come out like, hey, the console size is gonna last longer than we expected. Here is a mid-gen upgrade.
Yeah. So the question that I have is, will they offer this upgrade for like the current console that we own? Will there be a kit or something that we can upgrade it? Because it just sounds like, a computer or a PC.
No.
So it's just it's to be a console by itself.
It's a console by itself. Rumors are also stating that, and this is just pure rumors, none of this has been confirmed yet by Sony, that it will be all the PS4 games, your regular PS4 right now, will be able to play PS4K games.
Yeah.
But maybe at like a lower resolution or something.
Right. So I would say it reminds me of PlayStation 3. It's something I've noticed, something I would complain about. In a way, maybe that's happening with the PlayStation 3 libraries, where you would play games like DMC. DMC is a good example. When playing it on PlayStation 3, it's 30 frames per second. So it's slowed down. When you play it on PC, it's at 60 frames. So it's like very smooth. Looks like a Devil May Cry game on Playstation 2. Like runs super smooth.
It would technically just be like that with games. Yes.
So I would complain about the PS3, like, man, like visually, just slow down on the PS3. Mm-hmm. And some of these games are coming back on PS4, being re-released and running at a better frame rate.
Yeah.
They look really good on the PS4. And it seems like we're kind of going through that right now already. Sort of. Because I'm talking about, you have a Devil May Cry game, and it's being released on PS4. It's hard to make sense of this. This is a bizarre thing. You're talking about, you have a game, if you're talking about a PlayStation 4K game, and you're playing it on your current PS4, it's running at a poor rate, I'm guessing.
I will not say it's running at a poor rate. It's running at a lower rate.
A lower rate.
It might not be 1080p. It might be 720. It might be. It might be 30 instead of 60. But other than that, it's still playable.
Jeez. Yeah. So that's gonna feel. It's like playing a game on your PS4 and you have that copy on your PS3 and you happen to you just switch over.
Yeah.
All you have is a PS3.
And even games aside, what do you think of if this is true? Like, hey, we're jumping mid-gen. Here's a 4.0. Here's a 2.0 version of a console that's twice as powerful.
this sounds like I'm not trying to be negative about it, or I'm not, like, I'm just trying to be as neutral. But looking at the trends of game consoles and how technology is advancing so fast as it is, it's only a matter of time. Because at this point, PlayStation 4 and Xbox are trying to get to a point of how a PC is running, how games are running on a PC. And consoles are a life cycle. PCs you can upgrade. And I do feel that it's a matter of time until we get to the point that our home consoles might be competing against PC, that we have to upgrade them along the way.
I will say Xbox One for sure.
Yes.
Microsoft, as the way Microsoft's going, I've seen them. It's not a console anymore. It's a brand name. Sony's PlayStation is still a console. We'll have to see what. I want to say NX also, Nintendo's NX.
Yeah.
But with this gen, do you think people will accept a mid-gen upgrade?
This is scary because it feels like it could be 50-50, but one of them, whatever side, is going to dominate, and it could really hurt Sony if it fails. But then it could be the point of like, hey, we trust Sony. We enjoy the console, and whatever upgrade, whatever you're going to do with it, if it sounds like, hey, this sounds like a great home entertainment system to get, these are some pretty good upgrades, yeah, it can work. And I guess if they're sticking with the price of $400, it could be good. I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth on this, because as I'm saying the pros, then I started thinking about the cons of like, but I own the PlayStation 4, and I don't know if I'm ready to give up on it.
Yeah, but you'll still be able to play all the games. So that's the thing. So would you buy a new one for prettier, for prettier resolutions and maybe frame rate?
And you know what? I did something with the DS back when DS Vanilla came out. It was a big box, kind of clunky. The brightness of it was okay, and then they came out with the DS Lite. And it's smoother, nicer. The backup light is much crisper, better presentation. And I traded my DS Vanilla in for the DS Lite. Eventually, they came out with a DSi, which has like online capabilities. You have the shop, but I felt like there's no need for me to transition into that.
Yeah, and even now with the 3DS and
3DS has something like that too.
And new 3DS.
Yes, where there are games that run better on the new 3DS. Xenoblade...
Because the new 3DS is more powerful.
Xenoblade Chronicles...
Technically, the CPU is faster.
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles, you can only play that game on the new 3DS, but you couldn't play that on a regular 3DS or 3DS XL. And I am not willing to trade my 3DS XL for a new 3DS.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of torn on this. I kind of want to see it happen just because, like, yeah, mid-gen would be... It makes sense. People want new stuff, but then it's like, no, because I still have my PS4 and I enjoy it. There's no need to...
The only way I feel like it'll work, I'm not speaking for everyone out there, but if they were to get me to come in for that 4K, if I feel like, hey, I'm going to sell my my console, I'm going to keep my hard drive or maybe transfer the data or back it up, I don't know. But if it has like a lot of games coming out to support it and its capabilities, and it has new features in there or upgraded features that it already has and is better, I am willing to trade my PS4 in and purchase that PS4k.
Yeah, because
there is a chance. There is a chance, but it comes down to its support. Who's going to support it?
Yeah, because now we're kind of moving away from the console cycle and more into the tablet phone cycles, where tablets and phone come out like once every year, people's getting we're upgrading, and now it's like, hey, halfway through the cycle, we're getting an upgrade. So it is a scary thought. It is a game changer in the industry.
But this is a home entertainment system versus a mobile device. A mobile device that we use every day, and this isn't about gaming. We use it for like many purposes. We use it to jot down notes, calendar, everything.
Yeah, it's just a comparison.
Yeah. So that's tricky. You have the right point there of like it could be like mobile phones every year, and that sucks.
Yeah.
What do you think? What would you do?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. 'Cause like I said, I'm excited and terrified about it. Because who knows what will happen if it does come to fruition and nobody accepts it. That could be the end of the current console industry as we know it, to be honest. And if people do accept it, and then it becomes the norm, like, oh, okay, that's weird. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's a risk they're taking, and but then at the same time, you kind of have to do something like that because it's like the ultimate test of what people are willing to purchase.
And
if people reject it, they may not do it again.
Yeah, and I almost want to say they kind of have to, just because technology is advancing so fast.
Right.
Like when
they have to time it right.
Consoles were always the breaking. Like I said, home consoles was always the peak of technology. Because PC for like the longest time was always behind consoles in terms of like visual and just gaming in general. But then once the PS3 360 generation hit, PC kind of like caught up and surpassed them like nothing.
Yes.
And now once then the PS4, Xbox One came out, they were already outdated hardware.
Yes.
So now it's like, well, do they keep updating, the PS4 and the Xbox One to catch up to the PC market? Or they just slow down, or do they still just build one box with outdated hardware and just have it there for 7-8 years?
Oof.
So
yeah, it's tricky. I guess 4 or 5 years could be acceptable, but
hey, Nintendo's doing it.
Yeah, but when a console launches, they have to plan things. They have to plan things very carefully because when a console launch, it's bare bone. You don't exactly have like a library of quality games because when the PS4 launched, I felt like Lego Marvel might have been the best game for the launch, and that game was like multi-platform and like previous gen. When you have games like Knack launching, where that was a so-so game that launched with it sucked. If you're gonna launch a new console, you gotta be like Nintendo 64 or Super Nintendo when they launch. Quality games, like a handful of quality games out for it. And hopefully builds up to a larger library.
Yeah, but this will, because it will most likely still be the same architect from the PS4, so it'll be completely backward compatible with the PlayStation 4. It'll just be stronger.
That's true. You got a point there.
And
that's
they're
interesting.
But the only thing will be like if they do make exclusive just for the upgraded consoles, like the rumored God of War. So,
yeah.
So.
And we do have to consider that VR is coming out. PlayStation VR. This is a factor too.
Yeah, and with the upgraded, it's definitely just gonna be VR compatible out of the gate. You don't have to buy a box that goes with it.
Yeah. This is scary.
Yeah, but you know what? If the price is right, which is kind of like with everything, I'll get it.
Yeah, I guess like 400. It's weird, my mindset. I kind of feel like 400 doesn't really hurt.
No,
it's weird.
Especially if you could trade in your current console and get 200 credit back. Oh, it's half off already. So
yeah,
and you can still keep your games, which is good.
Yeah, I think that is important, especially with your current library. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
dude, they better release PlayStation 1 library for the PlayStation 4K. If they can release, okay, I'll support this. If they can release PlayStation 1 library along with PlayStation 2 library with the PS4K, I'm down.
Yeah.
I really am down with that. Because I kind of feel that, man, I would still like to have access to my PlayStation 1 archive or library in the PS4.
Yeah.
Because I like to make the PS4 has become my go-to console, and I would like to have access to all of my games from PS3 on the PS4.
Yeah. Mega Man Legend 2 comes out soon.
Then I can sell both my PS3 and PS4 and have it go towards the PlayStation 4K, and it'll have its legacy. I can stay with the legacy.
Yeah,
I would like that.
E3 is going to be interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so having this discussion, I'll say this, in the end, if they can just say that the PlayStation 1 library is accessible and some of the games from the PS3 are accessible, I am down for 4K.
Nice.
How about you? How do you feel? I'm sorry if I didn't, show support for Xbox One. I'm sorry, but I'm not an Xbox person right now.
Yeah, if, like I said, if the price is right, if they are, continue to support of it, I'll definitely get one down the road, I don't know if at launch, but definitely down the road.
Yeah.
Yep. So now that's kind of, which is, yeah, E3 is definitely going to be interesting to see what they show off this year. If not, it does change, like, hey, maybe instead of buying the PS5, or Xbox 2, we'll just wait for the PS5k and Xbox 2.5, so.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's all of what I have to say about that.
All right, so I'm gonna do something quick. They let's see here. SNK launched a new trailer for King of Fighters 14.
Okay.
It is the 10th teaser trailer, and they were showing off Geese Howard and Ryo Sakazaki. Mm-hmm. Did you see this trailer?
I saw it.
What did you think of this trailer?
That's fine. I enjoyed it. It's finally nice to see Geese back.
I chuckled. Because it was basically a montage of Geese doing his counter strike and showing off how scary this character is, and it kind of reminded me of SNK Hell Boss. Mm-hmm. Their boss fights are hell. He sucks. Yeah. But we'll see, because when you have people playing as a character, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Counter characters are not my forte. It's hard.
Especially when it's controlled by an AI.
AI sucks, but when you're playing, if we're talking about competitive, that's different. Mm-hmm. They showed Ryo Sakazaki, pretty cool. I'm expecting Art of Fighter. They've already shown Robert, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
And
a glimpse of Joe.
Yes, a brief second. I don't know if that was their intention, but you have a second of Geese doing the counter, grabs Joe Higashi. You hear the voice actor making the the growl, like, slams him on the ground. Always sounds like Link to me. Link from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
So that's a voice actor, and he's awesome. How are you still feeling about the game?
Still good, yeah. I'm excited for it. They are revealing a lot of characters.
Every time they show a new trailer, I get more and more excited for it. It's weird.
So I wonder when the game's going to release, because they are revealing really fast, like the character trailers.
I know, but 50 characters, and they're just showing them off, and 10 trailers, and they're not all of them are long trailers too. We didn't talk about this, but did you see? I forgot her name, but it's a new character they introduced, a brand new character.
Oh, I saw the Athena trailer.
Yes,
I saw that trailer.
Of this girl that. Who does she remind you of? I can't remember her name, but she is like in this crazy, bizarre pop idol, frilly, disturbing costume.
The one before Athena trailer. Yes, I remember. I've seen that trailer. Yeah. It's that Japanese pop idol. I don't remember the name of it at the moment.
Pon. I can't remember.
Yep, that's the song.
Yeah, Pon. I can't remember the rest of that song, but yeah, everyone had the same mindset. Like, she looks like that character. And I think it's a mix of like people like, oh, right on. It's like a tribute to this idol, and then other people are like, what the hell? Yeah,
it is a pretty bizarre outfit. Pretty colorful outfit.
This is a character model that you wouldn't see in a traditional 2D King of Fighters game, because it's crazy. There's a lot of stuff going on. But I feel like right on, they want to try a new character, they want to try this model. Okay, sure, why not?
Yep.
They did announce Athena. Hey, we didn't talk about that, so awesome. I hope they announce Kenso. That's another character I love playing as in King of Fighters.
Yeah. Well, there is a leaked list of the entire roster out, and so far everything has been true. So even the new characters.
I gotta check out the new characters, but I'm curious about Geese if they're sticking with the team, the 3-man team. Who is Geese part of? Maybe Billy Kane with him.
Like I said, we'll have to check out. I'm not sure at the moment, but that list has the entire team, the entire roster, even the bosses.
I think we should look up this list, and we'll have to do a podcast next time. Talk about how we feel, what we think about the character.
Yeah,
we'll see. All right, that's it for me about King of Fighters. This is the game that makes me question, like, why am I excited for this game? Because I'm hyped.
Yeah.
I really am.
It really looks good.
It's not as hyped as, like, Street Fighter, but I'm excited.
I am too.
All right, anything else for you?
That should be it for me. That's all the news for me.
Okay. Well, sounds good. We're going to end it right there. Maybe next episode we'll start going into multimedia. This is a very game-centric conversation, but so much has been going on.
All right, yeah. Thanks for listening.
Take care.